Let's talk about immigration, a topic America debates with the subtlety of a monster truck rally. Congress has just passed the Secure and Streamline Act of 2025. A name so bland it could be a brand of bottled water. But don't be fooled. This bill is a seismic event set to reshape millions of lives and the nation's character. It's a legislative platypus, a bizarre mix of tough border enforcement and narrow legal pathways, stitched together by politicians desperate to say they did something. On one hand, it promises to get tough on the border. On the other, it offers new legal routes that are more tightrope than highway. This is Congress trying to have its cake and deport it too. For years, the immigration system has been a bureaucratic labyrinth. This bill claims it will fix that. The Secure and Streamline Act is the most significant attempt yet to untangle the mess, and its impact will be felt for decades. After years of gridlock, both parties have finally teamed up to build this legislative behemoth. We need to look closely at what's inside, because in immigration policy, the details are people's lives. So what's actually in this thing? Let's dive into the secure part, which gets most of the attention and the money. The bill supercharges border enforcement, more agents, more surveillance tech, and yes, more wall. The centerpiece is expedited adjudication, a drive-through for justice, where asylum claims are processed in days, not years. Sounds efficient, but it means traumatized migrants have almost no time to find a lawyer or prepare their case. The initial screening standard is much tougher, making it harder to even apply for asylum. Mandatory detention expands. With thousands of new beds in facilities critics call prison-like and inhumane. The idea: make seeking refuge so miserable, people stop coming. Penalties for visa overstays and illegal re-entry are harsher, turning civil issues into criminal ones that can haunt people for life. In short, the secure part is less about smart security and more about building a fortress, legal and physical. It's a bouncer with a clipboard and a very short temper. The bill's journey through Congress was a masterclass in political horse trading. For Republicans, it's a win. Wall funding, expedited processing, and tougher penalties. Border security first. Democrats are selling it as a tough but fair compromise, pointing to new legal pathways as proof they didn't give everything away. The bill is a Frankenstein's monster, stitched together from both parties' wish lists, pulling in opposite directions. Every security clause is paired with a supposed new visa, creating a policy that's constantly at war with itself. Moderates from both sides pushed it through, angering progressives and hardliners alike. Progressives say it sacrifices due process. Conservatives hate any new legal status. No one's truly happy, which in Washington often means it's a real compromise. It's a messy, imperfect solution, born from a messy, imperfect political reality. But it's the biggest immigration shakeup in decades. Now for the streamlined part, where hope and complexity collide. The bill creates registered provisional immigrant (RPI) status for undocumented immigrants here over a decade with strict requirements, spotless record, steady work, back taxes, and a hefty fine. It's less a pathway and more an obstacle course. One misstep and you're out. There's also a new W visa for essential workers in industries like agriculture and elder care, but it's temporary and tied to a single employer, leaving workers vulnerable. Lose your job, lose your status. This isn't amnesty. Politicians are clear about that. It's not a broad path to citizenship, but a narrow, expensive, and conditional route for a select few. For millions, it's a sliver of hope for some, and a slammed door for many. The bill tries to address the undocumented population without looking soft on immigration. It's a calculated, limited offer, and for most, the hurdles remain sky high. Naturally, controversy is everywhere. Civil liberties groups call expedited adjudication a due process disaster, rushing asylum seekers through life or death decisions, often without lawyers. Billions go to surveillance tech, not just at the border, but for tracking visa holders nationwide. raising fears of a show-me-your-papers society. Critics warn of racial profiling, as tougher enforcement could mean more discriminatory stops and arrests. The price tag is staggering. Tens of billions for walls and detention instead of addressing root causes or fixing the legal system. It's a massive investment in deterrence with questionable results. The debate over rights, privacy, and effectiveness is just beginning. What does this mean for real people? For undocumented families, RPI status offers fragile hope, but the process is daunting, and rejection could mean deportation. New asylum seekers face a bleak reality: 72 hours to prove their case, often without a lawyer, in a system stacked against them. The bill creates a new class system. Some get legal status, others are stuck in limbo, and many are left out entirely. Dreamers get a slightly better shot, but not the clean dream act they wanted. Their fate is tied to this controversial bill. The human cost is immense: sleepless nights, separated families, and shattered dreams. The legislation shrinks the undocumented population, but makes life more precarious for those left behind. It's a brutal game of musical chairs with too few seats. Congress passed a bill. Now what? Expect a tidal wave of lawsuits, especially over expedited asylum. The courts will shape the future, leading to years of uncertainty. Implementing this bill will be a bureaucratic nightmare. New systems, delays, and confusion for immigrants and agencies alike. The bill is a patch, not a cure. It addresses symptoms, not root causes like backlogs or global instability. As long as those issues remain, people will keep coming, and the struggle will continue. The Secure and Streamline Act reflects a conflicted America, proud to be a nation of immigrants, yet fearful of them. It tries to be tough and compassionate, but may end up failing everyone. The debate isn't over. It's just entered a new, more intense phase. The stakes are higher than ever. Buckle up.